Welcome back, Coach's Corner East on this Wednesday, 21st of December, right before Christmas holiday. We're in the Media Center at the Crestline, geez, oh Pete, I'd look at all this black and gold, Colonel Crawford Intermediate School. And we're going to move on with the cheer program here and Coach Skaggs in just a moment. Show brought to you in part by Steve Kurtzman and Associates at Innovative Recycling, 352 South Street in Gallion. Coach Tim Plumley at Mohican Sports Medicine in Bucyrus. John Cross at Cross Carpet and Custom Floors, 302 North Seltzer Street, downtown Crestline. Coach Leslie Skaggs is with us, and it's been a couple years since you've been on, but I'm glad to have you back. And welcome, and you brought 3 young ladies tonight.
I do have 3 great girls with me.
Good. Remind me how many years that you've been cheer coach here at Crawford?
So this is year 10.
Wow.
Yeah, so I coached for 5 years, and then Krista McKibben, she coached after me for 5 years. So this is year 5 doing it the second round.
Wow,
so.
Unbelievable. And you're in the building, correct?
Yes, so I'm second grade. This is year 15 teaching second grade, I think.
Is that right?
Could have had some of those basketball boys that you had beforehand. I'm not quite sure who was on, but.
And I love talking, especially to elementary teachers this time of year, because I think that's when you have to be the strongest teacher ever, especially with young elementary kids, trying to control the sugar, trying to control the excitement,
yes,
and trying to get them focused on still learning right before. How much of a challenge has that been?
I'm going to be honest, there was not a lot of learning this week. We still had school Monday and yesterday.
Yeah.
So yesterday was Christmas parties, so there was a lot of sugar intake. There was not sitting. There was just keeping them busy and doing crafts and playing games, and then putting them on the bus and wishing the bus drivers good luck as they got them home.
They're in your hands. Good luck
Pretty
with that.
much.
Very, very good. And remind, where did you go to high school here or not?
Yeah, so I graduated from Colonel Crawford in 2001.
Okay.
And then I went to Bluffton for my undergrad.
Okay.
So I actually cheered when I was there for football.
Okay.
And then I've done tons of all the continuing education as those teachers have to do.
Yeah.
It never ends.
That's neat. And you answered kind of my next question. Did you cheer in here? And obviously you did, and then at Bluffton as
Yeah.
well. What is kind of that motivation to keep wanting to do that, to take the passion that you had for it and have the young ladies have a great experience?
So I tell the girls all the time, cheering is more than just standing in front of the crowd and doing some cheers on a Friday night or Saturday night for basketball season. You do it because you enjoy kind of bringing spirit to other people. It's hard when your team is losing and the crowd is sitting there, maybe not as excited, but that's still what you're doing. You're still cheering them on, even in, those tough games and those tough nights. So.
Well, here at Colonel Crawford with the football team the last couple of years and the basketball team, there's probably not been a lot of those, and that's a really, really good thing. Because success, when it's easzy, I would think, when the team's winning and constantly scoring, that makes it really easy, and the crowd's really into it. Especially what's been going on this last football season and how far that went. And I talked to the Gallion cheer coach and some of the Gallion cheerleaders last week, and I was asking them about that, and it's different though when you're outside and you think about the beginning of the year and you're just sweating like crazy because it's so stinking hot and humid. By the end of the year, you're all bundled up and you're up at Finley with layers and layers on, and the snow's coming down.
We experienced that season.
Right.
For the first game, you're just not wanting to do anything because it's 100 degrees. And then our last game we got to cheer in the snow, which not a lot of high school cheerleaders get to experience.
That's
that.
right.
Typically you're done by the end of October kind of time frame, and so as cold as it was, I think it was a fun experience.
I'm going to ask your girls the question, but what do you prefer? Do you like the football atmosphere or do you like the basketball atmosphere?
I love the basketball atmosphere. I love that Friday or Saturday night in the gym, and yes, our gym can get kind of loud and get kind of warm, but basketball season, you are right there, part of it. Football season, you're kind of removed because of the sidelines, and basketball season is my favorite.
Well, I think, especially here at home, I think you're really blessed from the standpoint that you have such a solid support of the Eagles Nest, and they travel as well. But
Right.
there's some schools that just don't have that anymore.
Right.
I know the OHSAA promotes that with the golden megaphone and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But you're very blessed that you have a lot of your fellow students that want to be part of that, and I'm sure for you guys it makes it real easy and a lot of fun for you too.
Right.
Is it pretty much the same squad that you had in football as it is in basketball, or do you do separate tryouts for that, or how's that work?
We do have separate tryouts, but all the girls that are cheering basketball also cheered football. We lost a few, some swim, some girls play basketball themselves, and our school is one where everything is considered a varsity level sport. So if you are swimming, you can't also do basketball.
Cannot.
Or cannot cheer for basketball.
I see.
So other schools, they let them do both, but it's kind of hard to pick one to be your priority sport.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you determine what gets the practice time and what one kind of gets pushed to the back? So I fully support that decision to just pick one. Everybody's involved in lots of other things outside of school.
Sure.
And that's okay.
Sure, very much so. We're going to take a moment here and we'll talk to the young ladies around the table. We're brought to you in part by Terry Gribble and Associates at your Galleon Community Center, YMCA, Dr. Erica Schieber at Bucyrus Veterinary Service, 222 West Mary Street in Bucyrus, Rod Steiger and Associates at Pizza Hut Galleon Bucyrus, host of our show since 1992, and Luann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing and Signs, the official phone board t-shirt provider, Route 309, across from the Marion Depot. First up, Rachel Tyner is here, and you're a junior, correct?
Yeah.
And how many years you been cheering, Rachel?
Well, I've been cheering since I was in 5th grade, but I was always involved with mini cheerleading with Miss Skaggs when we were when we were younger.
So you've grown up, and you've watched how she's had cheering teams before, and you wanted to be. What was really your interest in getting into that?
I could tell how much fun it was to cheer, and Miss Skaggs really made it a lot more fun with cheer camp every
What
year.
does she do to make it more fun?
A lot of the activities we used to do, like we used to play games along with learning the different cheers. And she, as she said before, she always taught us that it's more than just standing there. It's bringing spirit, and that's what I've always loved about it.
Do you prefer football or basketball?
Definitely basketball. I like being more involved. I have a lot more fun. I think I like watching basketball more, so that also plays a big part. And we do a lot more during basketball season than we are able to in football.
Yeah, so with the Eagles Nest there, I know you have some quote-unquote leaders that are in that front row, no names please, but I know who they are. Do they pick out the themes with you, or is that all their business, or how closely do you work with that group?
We don't really work with them very often, besides when we institute something, but the themes are mostly chosen by them.
Okay.
They prefer to choose those things.
Talk about some of the friendships you've made with some of the other cheer squads, especially in the Northern 10. I know you don't get to see them much, a little bit before the game, but do you know a lot of them more outside of that, or not so much?
I don't really know them that well. I know some of the girls, and before every game, we usually introduce ourselves before we do like our hello cheers or anything like that. So
Right.
we get to know some of them.
Okay, really good. So let me think. We want to know a little bit about your Christmas hopes and things like that. What is number one gift on your list this year that you're hoping to get?
Honestly, I don't really care that much for presents. I mean, I love opening presents, and I'm grateful for anything I get, but I really just like being able to spend time with my family because I don't get the opportunity to do that very often.
Great answer. I really appreciate that answer. That's something from a young person. I know it can get kind of overwhelming. I hope I get this, but you got a great head on your shoulders and a huge heart in your inside that with that answer, I really appreciate that. Well, I hope you enjoy it and continued success, okay? Riley Fulton, the junior as well, and have you been right along with Rachel coming up through the ranks? And
Yep.
All right, so you've been friends for a really long time.
Since kindergarten.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's it like saying, when you put that black and gold on and you're here to do another year and friends for a very, very long time? Does that just, you just kind of, these are memories you're making right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's always really fun with cheering with everyone that I've known for years.
What do you enjoy the most about it?
Probably just I do cheer with the same people, but every year you also meet someone new,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah, you got a freshman sitting right next
Yep,
to you that
I
we're going to
just
talk to
met
her in a
her.
minute. Yeah, and does Coach expect you, as an older, been through the ranks, to kind of help those freshmen come up and say, this is what we expect, this is what we need you to do? Is that kind of your role too?
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe not so much vocal, but just by action?
Yeah.
Okay. Other activities that you're involved in here at Colonel Crawford?
Used to be band, but not anymore.
Okay, all right. So just.
So she's a pioneer this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that
okay.
kind of changes
Yeah.
the ability for schedules and
good point.
all of those things.
Yeah, what are you studying at Pioneer?
Early childhood.
Wow, good for you. Congratulations. And you want to go on to college and hopefully be a teacher then? Maybe a cheer coach sometime, right?
Maybe.
So do you like football or basketball better?
Basketball.
Because of the atmosphere or because it's a lot warmer?
I like the loudness and how everything just echoes throughout the room, because it's almost as though you can hear the spirit.
Mhm.
And I love it.
That's neat. Great feedback. I really appreciate that. Well, I appreciate you coming out. Let's see. All right, let's see. Favorite Christmas movie?
Honestly, probably Rudolph.
Rudolph, the cartoon
Stick
Rudolph.
with the classic.
All right. That is a throwback. When I was growing up. So, well, I hope you have a great year, enjoy it, and I'm sure a lot more wins to come that you're going to be cheering on. So, and finally, Bailey Rossman, a freshman.
Yes.
Biggest smile I've seen out of anybody that's been on the show. So I do appreciate that. Thank you for coming. Did you cheer as a mini and in junior high as well?
Yes, I started mini cheer. I didn't start from kindergarten because I was always too nervous to do anything like that. But I started, I think, in 3rd or 4th grade with mini cheer, and then 5th from here on out, I've been doing it.
And you did football and basketball?
Yes.
Okay, so last year in junior high, you maybe get 50 people at a football game, maybe 50
Yeah.
people
On
at
a
a
good
basketball
day.
game.
Yeah.
You go to the football game, you go 3 or 4 rounds deep into the playoffs with massive amounts of people. You're in basketball gyms now where there's a lot more people.
Yeah.
A, what's it done to your nerves? B, what's it done to your confidence?
Well, I don't think I was nervous for the first game, but then after that, it's just been fun because I've always gone to the games to watch and watch these guys. So after that, I haven't been nervous, and I feel like it has helped my confidence because I don't know. It's so many people, and then you kind of get to know the fans because they're around you for the whole year. So I think it's just fun.
That is a neat thing. And talk about how these, especially Rachel and Riley that are here, that have really helped you get to where you need to be and want to be as a freshman cheerleader.
I just feel like everyone is so nice. No one's ever rude about anything, and I don't know, any critiques that they have, they do it nicely. So
Yeah, really good. Other things that you're participating here at Crawford as a freshman?
I'm in a lot of clubs. I do
FFA.
FFA,
Yeah.
Leo Club. What else is there?
4-H outside.
4-H, TI, a lot of clubs.
Wow, you are really busy, but you find a way to get it all in, and I think that goes that way for all high school kids now. They're involved in so much
Yeah.
and spread really thin, but you get up every day and you get after it. Very, very good. So Sunday is Christmas.
Yes.
What is the one dessert that Bailey must have on Sunday?
My grandma's cookies. She makes a lot of cookies and a lot of fudge.
Okay.
And it's really good.
And you'll get that sugar high for sure.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, and good luck to you. Enjoy the experience. Take one final break before we come back and talk to Coach Skaggs. We're brought to you by Don Barr and Associates at Galleon Building and Loan Bank, Matt Studer at Spitzer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Kia, 1 mile east of the Richland Mall, Mark Osborne and Associates at E-Crane International, serving worldwide markets from the Galleon Industrial Park. Coach, competitions, do you take the girls to competitions either in the summer or even during this year or not?
So this year, we did Bratwurst Festival competition. They always have that used to be on the Friday, but then, of course, football season got bumped up a week earlier, so
Right.
they moved that competition to the Thursday.
Right.
This year it was just us, Bucyrus, and Galleon were the only 3 schools that participated in Bratwurst
Oh, really?
competition. Yeah. I think there was a some changes going on with who is in charge of
I
the
see.
competition.
Mhm.
So I think, just a year of change, and that's okay.
Yep.
But other than that, that's the only competition that we do. I always leave it up to the girls. It's them that are putting the time and effort
Yeah.
into getting ready for that.
Sure.
And it's the day before our first game. So that's
Right.
a lot to put together in the month of August, on top of, it's summer and vacations and fair and all of the other things that everybody is involved in. So
Yeah, for sure. I talked to Coach Sheldon before this segment, and there's a great opportunity, hopefully, coming up on Friday over at Winford in the House of Thrills, the
Yeah.
Donenworth Gymnasium. And, Coach Sheldon made a comment that it could be standing room only, a lot of people home for Christmas, and it's probably an environment that your girls have never been in. We're keeping our fingers crossed that Mother Nature will cooperate and that can happen. But have you even thought about what that experience might be like?
I'm super excited that I'm excited that we get to go play in the
Correct.
old gym.
Right.
That's where I cheered all through high school.
Sure.
And I'm glad that they are going to get to have that same experience. Last year when we were at Winford, the new gym, it's beautiful, but it's a different feel than
Sure
what
is.
that old gym is.
Yeah.
So I hopefully will get to experience that on Friday. If not, we'll figure out when the reschedule
Yeah,
is.
for
But
sure.
I actually was talking to AJ, which is Winford's
Sure.
cheer coach, and it's exciting that the girls' game is in between.
Yeah.
So we've kind of been throwing some different ideas around, and
Yeah.
how can you change it up a little bit? It's not going to be that normal,
Yeah.
JV varsity boys game and then you leave. So
Yeah, for sure. It'll be neat, and I hope it all works out, and I hope you get to enjoy a great experience. But thanks so much for coming out. It's great to see you again. Thanks for bringing the girls out on a non-school day, except for one that went to Pioneer. But
yeah. She's done now, so she's in a
you're all
happy,
done.
good mood.
Yeah, all right. Well, I certainly hope that you all have a great Christmas. I hope you eat a lot of cookies and fudge, and good luck jumping next week. And you'll probably be so sugar high that you'll probably go to the ceiling. But thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Very Merry Christmas, and have a great season.
Thank you.
You bet. Take a break here. We'll come back with the girls program here at Colonel Crawford right after this timeout.